Where to go? What to do? What's going on? With Megan Newquist, Chris Eggert, and Ken Barlow. This is Minnesota Live.
Hey, good morning, and we're starting Minnesota Live here this morning at 9 o'clock with a live look over Lake Superior. This is a Split Rock Lighthouse, and it's in Two Harbors. From 1910 until 1969, this was a working lighthouse, alerting mariners of potential hazards.
So it's no longer working today, but each year on this day, the beacon is lit. It's lit in honor of the 29 crew members who lost their lives when the Edmund Fitzgerald went down.
So we appreciate you being here for Minnesota Live today. Chris, Megan, Ken, all here. All hour long, we're marking the 50th anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald, the crown of the Great Lakes. It was christened back in June 7th, 1958. She was the largest ship on the Great Lakes, measuring 729 feet in length. Set off on her maiden voyage September 24th of that year. The Fitz, as she was called, carried taconite from the Iron Range to ironworks in Detroit, Michigan, and Toledo, Ohio. As a workhorse, she set haul records half a dozen times, even broke her own records. The Edmund Fitzgerald was an absolutely luxurious ship, unlike many of the other ships of the time. Carpeting, tiled bathrooms, TVs, air conditioning. She even had two six-person guest staterooms and a kitchen that was as nice as any fine dining restaurant. Her value at the time, $7 million.
So she sailed for a total of 17 years. Her final run beginning on November 9th. The weather that morning was calm as she left Lake Superior, Wisconsin, heading across the lake to Detroit, Michigan. She was hauling more than 26,000 tons of taconite pellets made of processed iron ore. But hours into that trip, the weather conditions changed big time.
Yeah, and they were expecting gale force winds, which are 40 to 50 mile an hour, which are pretty common on the Great Lakes. Yeah. But what happened the next day, on the 10th, when they woke up that morning, is that the winds were starting to pick up a little more. They were 40 miles an hour steady, but the waves were building to 10 feet. In the afternoon, the snow began, and a storm that was over La Crosse, which was supposed to be there, blew up instantly into what we call a bomb cyclone. It became this giant storm. The winds then were gusting to 60 miles an hour in the afternoon. The snow was blinding. Sea spray was freezing to the ship from the ocean waves, which are now up to 10 to 15 feet. And then in the evening is when it really got bad. The winds started gusting near 80 miles per hour. For reference, hurricane force is 74. So there are hurricane force winds, and waves are up to 35 feet, which is actually 30 to 35, which is actually as high as the ship itself.
Wow.
So it was a very, very bad situation, especially in the evening there.
Are storms like that something that happens with any frequency, or was that just a fluke?
No, it's happened. Well, the worst storm that's ever happened on the Great Lakes was in 1913, called the White Hurricane, because it killed 200 people. So it's happened before. It's not common, but big storms there are common. They just don't usually get up to 80 or 75 miles per hour.
And the storm was forecast. The sheer size of it, though, was unexpected.
And the intensity was unexpected. And nowadays we can, because we've improved things with, as far as buoys are concerned. They're out there taking the weather, what it's doing out there, also the wave heights. And not just that, but the time in between waves. When the waves come quickly in a ship that long, it can break the ship, and we've heard people talking about that on this show before. Also, technology is better. We have high-resolution computer models, which go by the minute now to give us updates. And also, we have more notice. The weather warning system is simply much, much better. We have better satellites. We have better radar. It's just improved. So that was the last big ship to sink.
Yeah.
And hopefully the last. It can't always happen, but so far, we haven't had one because the weather has improved our forecasting abilities.
Sure, so a very good perspective on that. In case you missed it last night, right here on Channel 5, On the Road with Jason Davis aired the 30th anniversary special, all about the Fitz. Take a listen.
She was the pride of the fleet, a massive 13,000-ton ship, over 700 feet long, capable of carrying 26,000 tons of iron ore. The Edmund Fitzgerald was a familiar sight on the Great Lakes as she doggedly hauled her cargo from northeastern Minnesota to the steel mills of Detroit, Michigan. But on November the 10th, 1975, this well-known ship sank in a major Lake Superior storm. Within hours, the families of the men of the Edmund Fitzgerald were told the ship had gone down with all hands.
And once that ship, of course, lost contact with other ships and the Coast Guard, they actually went out looking for it, and they found just 2 lifeboats and other debris, but no survivors.
Yeah, all 29 men perished with that boat. In the days and the weeks following, Coast Guard and U.S. Navy members used magnetic detectors and sonar equipment to find the ship. It was located 17 miles from Whitefish Point, Michigan, in waters 530 feet deep. Photos and video of the wreckage were finally captured on May 20th of 1976, more than 6 months after she sank.
So here's what we have coming up today. In a moment, we're going to be talking with the site manager at Split Rock Lighthouse about the events happening there tonight, the lighting of the beacon, the Army Band performance, the reading of the names of the crew, and how you can be a part of this.
We will also hear a tribute song inspired by Gordon Lightfoot's famous tune, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. The Minnesota musician is here in our studio this morning. And speaking of Gordon Lightfoot, we have a guest who says, listen to this, 80% of the song written about the sinking is actually incorrect. He shares his thoughts after seeing the wreckage firsthand.
And then our interview with national best-selling author John U. Bacon regarding his newly released book. It's titled The Gales of November, The Untold Story of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
So let's start by talking with the Split Rock Lighthouse site manager about the various events that they have planned to honor and remember the ship.